Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today I want to talk to you about my 2018 wrap-up and my 2019 goals. I am pretty happy with it. I am still doing this in the middle of December, so my guess is there's going to be about 4 to 5 more read books, maybe more. So at the moment, I'm going to tell you what my stats are and how many books I've read. And then I'm going to tell you about my challenges I gave myself this year and what I plan to give myself next year. So, according to Goodreads and their statistics, I have read, on average, 331 pages per book. And I have given a rating of 3.8, which has dropped down since my last reading year. I'm actually very happy about that because it means I'm reading more critically, which is what I want to do. And I don't want to rate everything as high as I have been rating it. So to have it less is good. I've read 70,000 pages, probably 76,000, which is really good. And I'm very happy with that number, and I've read 240 books at the moment. So my guess is I'll get to 245, 246 sort of thing, maybe 250, but in that ballpark. I gave myself the goal this year of reading one nonfiction a month and finishing all of Shirley Jackson's work. Now, I really did well with the Shirley Jackson challenge. I read all of the works that I owned of hers and everything I could get my hands on, including a few short stories that were like mini pamphlets. And the only thing I didn't do was order books with repeat stories in them and see if there were new stories within that book that had the repeat stories. So I'm not sure if I read all of her short stories, but I've read all the books I could get my hands on without repeating short stories. So I feel good about that. I did what I set out to do, and I achieved that challenge. I might buy more of her short story collections in the future and overlap the ones that I already own. But I'm not sure about that because that would involve owning like 3 copies of The Lottery, and I'm not sure if I need to do that. Then my goal of reading one nonfiction a month. Almost. I missed 1 or 2 months. I'm not sure which. And I made up for it in Nonfiction November by reading like 10 nonfictions. But I still didn't achieve my goal. I wanted to read a nonfiction a month, and I was trying to get really good at that, but it just didn't happen. And I feel really bad because I really wanted to achieve that. So I'm going to carry that challenge over into 2019 to read a nonfiction book a month. I have several nonfiction books that I haven't read yet. I'm not crazy about many of them right now. I want to read all of them eventually, but none of them are really striking me, and I haven't read a nonfiction yet this December, so I need to do that. So things are okay with that. I'm not thrilled, but I'm okay with it. So that's going to carry over into 2019. Next year, I am going to be buddy reading all of the Bronte books. All of Anne, all of Charlotte, and all of Emily. I'm not going to tell you with who, because that's their announcement to make. But that will be happening. So I may buddy read some of them. I may buddy read all of them. I'm not really sure, but I am going to be reading all of the Bronte's work next year. I've read most of Charlotte's books. I think I've read all of Charlotte's novels except for The Professor. And I haven't read all of Emily or Anne. So there's that. I do need to pick up Anne's Take Courage. So the story of Anne Bronte, that is important. I need to get that. I have a biography of Charlotte Bronte, which I plan to pick up. And I am picking up a box set of the Bronte sisters' works, which will be good. So, there's that. And then also next year, I think I'm going to do what I did this year, which is set my Goodreads challenge at 52 books, which I know I'll beat, and then in my head, I'll have a different number. Whether or not that number is revealed to you, I'm undecided. I like to challenge myself internally, and then if I fail, I'll still let you know, but I won't feel as publicly embarrassed, which is good. So there's that. And then I would love to try and read more diversely in 2019, but I can't guarantee that I will. I'm a mood reader, and I feel like I have a lot of books that I need to get myself in the mood to read, and there's not a lot of variety and genre in what I own already. Sorry. But if there's any genres in particular you'd like to see me read and review, let me know. I've gotten more into thrillers and horror this year, so that's been fun. Sci-fi and fantasy, I'm not really good at reading it. It's not my forte. I don't have the same opinions as a lot of people in terms of liking fantasy and sci-fi. I try, but it just doesn't suit me as well. I like Octavia Butler. I like the Emma Newman series, Planet Fall. I like those books. Like, there are science fictions and fantasies that I enjoy. I tend to like science fiction more than I like fantasy. But I just have trouble with them. And then romance, I'm not good with. I don't get the appeal. I don't get it. There might be something that might change my mind. If anyone has recommendations of romance that they think are a good introduction, let me know. But I'm just not that good with it. So yeah, I think that's everything. And yeah, I want to thank my Patreons. They've been very supportive and I love them dearly so much. I want to say thank you to Cindy Perez, who is a new Patreon, and she is wonderful for joining. So I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are wonderful. You've been really supportive in a really rough year, so that's been great. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you love it, click that subscribe button down below. I will talk to you in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.